Eurozone, with European Union. We see our own good northern neighbors, Estonians, already more than almost a year actually being part of Euro. And what we hear and what we see is that even with all those, let's say, issues that currently Eurozone is facing, there is a understanding in business circles among other experts who are dealing with economies that this is thing we really want to see introduced in Latvia. One thing. Second thing, I also want to underline that apart from Euro, also those issues and measures we have done so far as part of our 3-year program with IMF and European Union, balancing budgets, restructuring our financial and economic system, they are as beneficial with or without, let's say, joining to Euro at certain date. However, having said that, I think that still, and government has made it very clear, Euro by 2014 is a goal for the government. Certainly population is rather skeptical, and for a very good reason what Erkki has described. They can be skeptical, but I also think that in coming year and a half, the situation in Eurozone has to be and will be resolved, and judging from that, of course, we will be seeing how well and how fast those countries that are wishing to become Eurozone member will become the member.
Yes, sir. My answer to your very interesting question is, imagine 1 second in these very, very difficult times, perturbations, movements that we would not have in a lot of countries the euro, that we would have still the drachman, still the Belgian franc, still the French franc. This would have been an economic and a social catastrophe in our countries, and I hope that in 2014 really we could welcome your country in the Eurozone, and I think you choose a very good date, because in 2014 the storm will be less aggressive than it is now the case. But my answer is clear. Without euro, sir, I think, and we know it in Luxembourg, above all in a small country, without the euro, it would have been a catastrophe.
Aģentūra Leta. Jautājums visiem 3 ārlietu ministriem par gaidāmo Eiropas Savienības budžetu 2014.–2020. gadam. Kādā veidā Eiropas Savienības dalībvalstīm būtu jāstrādā, lai panāktu šī budžeta pieņemšanu vai vienošanos par to jau 2012. gada beigās, vai ir kaut kāda tā atslēga, ko jūs redzat, kādā veidā var tikt panākts šis vēlamais kompromiss?
Yes, because we have some money from other people in Luxembourg. You give me the floor, I know, I understand. In 2005, and Erkki remembers, we had the charge as a presidency in the first semester to try to find a solution on the financial perspectives till 2013. And one country had problems with us, that was UK, but in the second semester in 2005, UK also agreed and a solution was found. This is always one of the most difficult discussions in the European Union. I think 2 things. The first thing is we cannot go back. If the European Union wants to have goals, aims in the future, we need also means. And I think that the way to discuss in a very quiet manner about ressources proper, so own resources, is really appropriated in my point of view. And the second thing is we have to pay attention in the European Union after the stabilization of euro. I think I speak always after stabilization of euro, because in 2012 this will happen. I think that we have to concentrate in the European Union also on an equilibrated and let's say a just repartition of the possibilities and of the means. And we cannot exclude, above all, the interests of the new countries in the European Union. We cannot avoid, we cannot, let's say, deviate from these problems. We have to do it. I understand, for instance, that PAC, so the agriculture policy has no more the same value that it had in 2005 or before, but also agriculture policy is an important policy, remains an important policy in the European Union, but I think here we have to think that this policy cannot represent 40% of what we have to do in the European Union. So I could continue, but I don't do it. We have to find a solution, and I think it will be easier in a year to come to a conclusion. At the end of the presidency of Cyprus.
Ja, nu, tā īsa atbilde, protams, ka ir jāstrādā kopā. Tā nedaudz izvērsta atbilde ir tā, ka neapšaubām, ka šeit mums vēl priekšā ir faktiski gads. Un gan Dānijas prezidentūras laikā, gan Kipras prezidentūras laikā šīs sarunas, es domāju, būs ļoti intensīvas, ļoti dažbrīd arī pieļauju, ka diezgan smagas, bet es domāju, ka ja mēs strādātu, teiksim, pirmām kārtām pie izpratnes, ka šajā konkrētā ekonomiskajā, finansiālajā situācijā, protams, kad arī kopējā Eiropas budžeta perspektīva ir tāda, kāda tā ir, bet tomēr, ka tā ir arī lielā mērā nauda, kas ir domāta, tam, ko arī runāja mans Somijas kolēģis un Luksemburgas kolēģis, tātad, kas nav tikai, teiksim, griešanai un taupīšanai, bet arī attīstībai. Un tā ir nauda attīstībai, un to mēs savā krīzes pašā dziļākajā punktā tomēr redzējām, ka vienīgie līdzekļi, kas mums ir bijuši normālai ekonomikas sildīšanai, bija šie līdzekļi. Tā kā šī nauda tomēr ir arī lielā mērā ekonomikas stimulēšanai gan atsevišķās dalībvalstīs, gan visā Eiropas Savienībā kopumā. Otra lieta, es domāju, ka šeit būs ļoti daudz jāstrādā, lai ievērotu gan savstarpējos solidaritātes principus, gan arī to, lai tomēr visi sarunu dalībnieki no galda pieceļās un aiziet ar sajūtu, ka tiešām teiksim, budžets ir veidots ievērojot visu intereses, neignorējot kādu intereses, nu, praktiski varbūt pat teiksim tā, kad ir izdarīts maksimāli daudz, lai tomēr šis budžets tiktu veidots arī taisnīgs. Taisnīgs ja pretīm nozarēm, taisnīgs ja pretīm dalību valstīm un taisnīgs ja pretīm kopējām Eiropas Savienības interesēm. Viegli tas, protams, nav. Vieglāk ir pateikt, nekā to izdarīt.
Well, at the end of the day, there will be a compromise on the budget framework because that's the only way to get the result. Sure. And because it's a compromise, it will not be entirely what we would like to see in Finland. If we were be able to influence more, I think that we would see more internal changes in the budget, concentrating on those items where acting together can bring real value added instead of just merely passing money through Brussels, because that is not creating any value added. And I would like to mention that in Finland our parliament has also indicated there should be some discussion of a partial renationalization of agricultural payments. Not the agricultural policy has to remain single, the rules have to be the same. But we know that this is not going to fly. So that will be at the end of the next framework that we can return to this issue. But I think this is important, that we should concentrate where Euro acting together brings real value added and not only passing money through recycling money through Brussels, which is what much of our money use is about today.
Well, thank you, ministers. Unfortunately, the time is over for a press conference. Thank you very much.